Can you believe it?
The sun we look up to every day has been burning for 4.60 billion years. But scientists warn it only has 5 billion years of fuel left. 5 billion years later, the sun will expand into a terrifying red giant. Mercury and Venus will be completely devoured. The Earth will also become a hell of flames. This is not a script from a science fiction movie. It is a cold prediction of astrophysics. When Earth's civilization faces a cosmic apocalypse, what should humanity do? Today, we will confront the ultimate proposition for the survival of civilization. To understand the future of the sun, we must first understand its past. 4.60 billion years ago, a giant interstellar molecular cloud ignited the spark of nuclear fusion through gravitational collapse. The sun was born. At its core, 600 million tons of hydrogen atoms fuse into helium every second, with a 0.7 Fonterem loss of mass converted into light and heat to illuminate the solar system. Scientists estimate that the hydrogen fuel in the sun's core can last about 5 billion years. The moment the hydrogen runs out, the core will undergo gravitational collapse and heat up, violently igniting the outer hydrogen shell. The sun will begin to expand wildly, increasing its volume by more than 100-fold. To become a red giant star, at that time, the surface of the sun will engulf Earth's orbit. Even if the Earth narrowly escapes being swallowed, it will be baked into a molten fireball. The red giant phase lasts for only about 1 billion years. Then, the sun will eject its outer layers, forming a brilliant planetary nebula. The core will collapse into a white dwarf, cooling down slowly in the void of space. Eventually, it will become a silent black dwarf, and the once vibrant Earth will perish completely in this cosmic funeral. Let's travel forward 5 billion years to witness firsthand the doomsday of Earth. As the sun expands, surface temperatures will soar to thousands of degrees Celsius. The oceans will evaporate in an instant. The atmosphere will be violently stripped away by fierce solar winds. The once blue planet will turn into a fireball covered in lava. Continental plates will melt and flow under the extreme heat. All traces of life will be completely erased. Even if the Earth miraculously escapes the fate of being engulfed by the red giant, it will migrate outward due to the sun's mass loss. But that only delays the inevitable death. An Earth stripped of its atmospheric shield will be relentlessly bombarded by cosmic rays. The surface will gradually cool and solidify, eventually becoming as barren as the moon. A dead, rocky planet, wandering alone in a dark universe. Facing this inevitable cosmic doom, can humanity only sit back and wait? No, scientists have already begun searching for ways to sustain civilization, proposing a series of groundbreaking concepts. The most direct concept is interstellar migration, searching for a new Earth in the cosmos. In recent years, the Kepler telescope has discovered thousands of exoplanets. Some of them orbit within the habitable zone, possessing environments similar to Earth. For instance, Kepler 5b, located 1,400 light-years away, is known as Earth's older cousin. Its diameter is 1.6 times that of Earth, orbiting a J-type star highly resembling our Sun, making it highly likely to harbor liquid water and an atmosphere. However, for interstellar migration, we face an almost insurmountable technological chasm. The fastest spacecraft developed to date, the Parker Solar Probe, would still take 7,500 years to reach Proxima Centauri. That vastly exceeds a human lifespan. To achieve interstellar migration, we must break through the light-speed barrier, master warp drive engines, or advance sci-fi tech like wormhole travel. Alternatively, we could upload human consciousness, or rely on life-preserving tech like cryonics. Another approach is planetary engineering, adapting our environment to the extreme conditions of the expanding sun. Scientists have proposed deploying giant space megastructures like sunshades to block intense solar radiation, or positioning orbital mirrors to reflect excess solar energy back into the void. An even more radical proposal involves using planetary thrusters to gradually alter Earth's orbit outward, escaping the sun's scorching embrace. Yet, these solutions present staggering difficulties. The energy required to shift Earth's orbit is trillions of times our current global power output. Constructing and deploying space megastructures requires materials of unprecedented strength, not to mention unresolved orbital stability problems. Furthermore, such massive geoengineering could trigger unpredictable climate anomalies and catastrophic ecological collapses. But there is an even more ambitious vision: building a Dyson Sphere. This is an orbital megastructure designed to harvest the total energy output of a star. By enclosing the Sun within a Dyson Sphere, humanity would not only resolve its energy crisis, but could also inhabit its interior, creating a controlled artificial ecosystem to ensure the long-term survival of our civilization. However, the raw materials needed for a Dyson Sphere would require dismantling almost every planet in the solar system for the foreseeable future. This remains an impossible engineering feat. Moreover, the construction of a Dyson Sphere could ignite interstellar conflicts, or even attract the attention of hostile advanced alien civilizations. Regardless of the exodus strategy chosen, humanity will confront unprecedented technological, ethical, and sociological challenges. Interstellar migration requires us to master relativistic sublight travel, closed-loop artificial ecosystems, and planetary terraforming on a cosmic scale. Currently, these technologies remain purely theoretical. To terraform the Earth, we must possess the capability to manipulate the global climate and alter a planet's orbital trajectory. Such feats are far beyond our current technological paradigm. Site 120. If interstellar evacuation can only accommodate a fraction of humanity, Site 100, who will be chosen to preserve the spark of civilization? Site 120. Will it be scientists, artists, or the socio-political elite? This inevitably raises profound questions of social justice, Site 122, and could potentially trigger global conflicts and systemic instability. Furthermore, concepts like mind uploading and cryonics challenge our fundamental definition of life and death, sparking intense philosophical and bioethical controversies. To execute such grand endeavors, absolute unity and cooperation among global nations are imperative. Yet, in reality, geopolitical games and conflicting interests still divide us. Moreover, diverting massive resources toward a distant future might lead us to neglect immediate crises like poverty, disease, and environmental degradation. This could fuel severe civil unrest and political opposition. Site 124. Facing a 5 billion-year countdown, what is our immediate course of action? Site 124. The answer is pragmatically straightforward. We must protect Earth, our only sanctuary, while aggressively advancing scientific research to prepare for future existential threats. Humanity needs to accelerate the transition to renewable energy, drastically reduce greenhouse gas emissions, and mitigate the pace of anthropogenic climate change. This will maximize the lifespan of Earth's habitability. We must also expand investments in frontier fields, such as artificial intelligence and life sciences, breaking through technological bottlenecks to enhance our civilizational resilience against future anomalies. Crucially, we must cultivate a global perspective and a consciousness of a shared destiny for all mankind. We must recognize that on a cosmic scale, humanity is a single entity bound by a common fate. Only through absolute solidarity and cooperation can we survive future cosmic crises and ensure our species' endurance. The Sun, having only 5 billion years left, is far more than a pure scientific inquiry. It represents a profound philosophical proposition on the ultimate meaning of civilization. It reminds us of how infinitesimally small and fragile humanity is within the cosmos, Site 127. Yet, it simultaneously illuminates the boundless potential for the perpetuation of human consciousness. 5 billion years is an immense epoch to us, but it is merely a cosmic blink in the timeline of the universe. Across this vast expanse of time, human civilization will undoubtedly endure countless macrohistorical cycles. Yet, as long as we maintain our unyielding epistemic drive, our courage to explore, and our cosmological optimism, we will inevitably chart a path toward cosmic continuity. Let us begin that journey now. Site 128. Committing ourselves to the ultimate destiny of human civilization. For the future of humanity, rests entirely in our own hands.